to To Day Rae with me, your girl Ray Ray. And hello from a very frigid and cold house. I'm so cold. I woke up this morning at 7 o'clock. I was so cold. All the cats were like huddled up under me. And I'm like, oh my God, why is it so cold? It was only 40 degrees this morning. We were just at 100 degrees a couple days ago, and we dropped to 40 degrees this morning. It's so cold. Our house hasn't even warmed up. When I came downstairs, like I was just in bed all morning under like all my blankets, and all the cats were just like huddled up and curled up with me. And when I finally was like, okay, I need to go make my son and me and my husband something to eat for breakfast. And when I came downstairs, the thermostat said 60 degrees. Now, we don't have any oil, and so therefore we don't have any heat. We need to clean our fireplace, but we don't have money for a cleaning log. You know how it goes. This is the life of a broke person. I'm not going to hide that. Let's see what our thermostat says now. Let me walk over because it is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and let me see what our thermostat says. We went up 3 degrees. Can you guys see that? It's 63 degrees. So we went up 3 degrees. I don't have anything to bake or anything, or else I would be baking right now. But anyway, that's either here nor there. I know what you guys are here for. My 8-week post-op report. So I know a lot of people have said that they've noticed in my videos that my face is getting slimmer. I'm noticing that a little bit too. So my appointment was Wednesday. Now, before I went to my appointment, for poops and giggles, when I got out of the shower and before I got dressed and everything in my birthday suit, I got on my scale, and my scale said 292. I was happy with that. I'm like, you know, that's still a good amount of weight considering I was 329 the morning of my surgery. Now, I get to the doctor's office and she's like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. And of course, I have a heart attack every time I see the blood pressure cuff. So we did my blood pressure, which was super good. And she's like, okay, let's weigh yourself. And I said, okay, you know, and I'm expecting it maybe to be a pound or two off. I almost pooped my pants. The scale said 281. I was like, wait. This morning when I left my house, my scale said 292. But when I got to the doctor's office, like literally 2 hours, not even 2 hours later, it said 281. And so I was like, why? But I was like so happy. Like she said, and the nurse practitioner who went over everything with me at my appointment was like, this is an amazing weight loss. So since I've started the program, I've lost about 60 pounds total. But since surgery, I've lost 48 pounds. She said that was astonishing. She said that is like so great. She was like, it's amazing. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, wow. So I've lost a total of 48 pounds in 8 weeks. But in total, since I started the program, because when I started the program, I was like 346 or 340 something. It was up like on the higher end, like more towards 350. So she said since then, I've lost a total of about 60 pounds. But that doesn't even include my highest weight ever. And I lost 40 pounds, about 40 pounds on my own. My highest weight was 389. And when I started the program, I was about 350. We'll just round it up. So I was 390, my highest weight ever, we'll say, which was like 389, whatever. So my highest weight ever was 390. When I started the program, I was 350, and now I am 281. So that's almost 100-pound loss Like I said, 48 pounds in 8 weeks. I lost 40 pounds in a year, and then however long it took me to lose the other 40 pounds. So I was like super happy. My blood pressure was like 115/70. I was so ecstatic. And because my blood pressure, every time I went to the doctor, it was always 140. It was always 130. Every now and then I get a good reading, like 120. So go me. I was like super excited for that. But yeah, so now I can eat raw veggies and fruits and vegetables. So happy. The other night, we were super busy. We were coming home and we stopped to get dinner, and I got a salad. It was like a chicken bacon ranch salad or something. And of course it took me like 3 meals to eat it, but I still ate it. And actually I still have a little bit of the salad left, like the lettuce and stuff like that. But I was like so happy and so excited to be able to eat things like that. And like my husband, like he's sick. He has a really bad upper respiratory infection, and he's like on these medicines, and it's like messing with his appetite. So he just really didn't want a heavy dinner last night. So I made tuna fish, and so I made my son some hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. Made me and my husband I made him a tuna wrap and like a tortilla wrap with lettuce and then the tuna. And then I just had a piece of lettuce with a scoop of tuna in it, and that was my dinner. And I was just like, I was so excited just to eat. Like I was actually looking forward like all day just to eat this piece of lettuce with tuna fish in it. It sounds so stupid, but that's what I was looking forward to the most all day. Now, she said I still need to be a little careful with like asparagus, and I need to be a little careful with celery because it's a little stringy. So she said just cut it up real small. I can eat raw onion now, which, oh God, love raw onion. It's so, so, so good. And I can eat like onion just however. So when I made tuna fish last night, it had raw onion, it had celery, it had all the good stuff in it, and I was like so stoked about it. It was like one of the best tuna fishes because I've just been having plain tuna fish with mayonnaise and salt and pepper, you know, but I was so excited to have it last night. Sorry if I'm shaking, I got my legs going like this just because I'm cold. I wanted to do like a picture in my pink tank top and my capris, but it's too cold. But I can show you guys, like, let me unravel a little bit. I actually don't have a bra on, but I don't know how much or how well you can see, if you can see a difference or not. I feel like in this section, I can definitely see it in my clothes, but down here in this part is still kind of, I know it'll come in due time, but I could definitely tell here that I'm losing because of the way my clothes fit. But down here at the bottom, like I'm still in 26 jeans. But some of them are getting big. I did, however, I was so super excited. I got into my size 22 apple bottom capris. So excited. I was so happy. But of course, now it's freezing and now I'm not gonna be able to wear them. But yeah, so like I definitely feel it like up in my upper abdomen, but my lower abdomen, I still feel very wide. I think this is really the only place that I notice it. I do notice some in my face, but I really just notice it here. Like other people notice it like everywhere, but like I can now get into, there is this skeleton dress. It's a skull dress that I have. It came from Torrid, and I don't remember what size it is. And then it's like, but I did like get it as like zips in the back, so I like zipped it in the front and turned it, and I could like fit into it, and I was like so excited. So you guys will probably maybe see me wearing that, or I'll definitely take a picture and put it on my Instagram. But I am noticing how things are fitting me differently, and there's just some clothes that just don't hang on me the right way anymore. So I'm just like, and I try to make it work. I have a wish list. It's my personal private wish list. I have like some elastic belts that I think that maybe my longer shirts, maybe if I put like a belt, a decorative belt or something, maybe that will just like jazz it up and kind of make it more like fitted, I guess. Like, I can only do so much. Cause like buying new clothes right now is definitely out of the question, especially with Christmas coming and everything, and just playing catch up on bills. It's just like super hard right now. Some other things that I have tried. So I think I've talked about, sorry about that. My son wanted to come and give me a hug. So yeah, so a couple new things that I have tried. I think I've talked about this Quest brand before. They sell it at Walmart. I don't know where else they sell it at, but I got this particular bag. I can insert a picture if you guys want to see. If I still have it in my messages, I will save it, and because I sent it to my girlfriend, so I will insert that picture here. So yeah, so I got those. It's just a little bag of Quest. It was the ranch ones. I ate them with taco salad one night. It's like a little teeny tiny bag. Like, it's not a big bag, but they're $3 a bag. But they were really, really good, and they're made with the whey protein isolate that that I need. And then I did buy the Quest pizza. One pizza would probably last me like 4 or 5 servings. But I shared it with my son, and my son really liked it. It was $6.98 at Walmart, but that's, oh, excuse me, but that's here in Maryland. I don't know if the prices vary around other states or anything like that. But they had like a cheese, a supreme, and a pepperoni. And I had got the supreme because my son likes black olives and I like black olives. But the crust tastes, again, that is also made with whey protein isolate, and it tasted like the chips. Like, I didn't mind the chips, but it was actually very, very good. And I had finally got my my pizza fix, because I had been dying, and I mean dying, for some pizza. So if I have a picture of it, I will insert it here. So that is the Quest pizza. And then the other thing that I bought is Walmart has for $9.98 a cauliflower pizza crust. Now, what I did with that, now they're very thin. They're $10, but they're a very thin pizza crust. And it is there's so like the thing with cauliflower crust, like I know that people are just on this cauliflower crust kick. Like, they're like, oh, this brand has cauliflower, but you really, like, for me, I have to look at the carbs and I have to look at the ingredients. Now, the ingredients in the cauliflower crust that I got at Walmart was legit just eggs and cauliflower. It was super thin. When you take it out, you have to keep it frozen. They had 3 flavors. They had just plain, they had Italian herbs and spices, and then there was like a tomato and basil, whatever you want to call it. So you bake it first, and then you take it out, you put your toppings on, and then you put it back in the oven. Like I said, it's a very thin crust. My husband liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. I got the Italian one. The thing is, though, reheated, it's not the best. But for the price, like I said, it's $10. It is a little expensive, but it's really good. Now, we have a restaurant here called Mod Pizza. I don't know if everybody has a Mod Pizza, but they have a cauliflower crust. And everybody's like, oh, it has a cauliflower crust. It is basically their dough with cauliflower in it. It is 87 carbs for an 11-inch mod pizza. I would never, number one, be able to eat a whole mod pizza again, but that's a lot of carbs. It is a lot of carbs, even just for a small piece. Maybe for a treat one day, but after 6 months is when I can have, like, they say after your 6 months mark is what my nurse practitioner told me at my 8-week appointment. She said then we might start reintroducing starches and carbs. So I still have to stay as starch free as possible. Now, I did have Alfredo sauce that has a little bit of starch in it, but for what I eat, it's not that bad. My husband's phone is so loud. I swear he's losing his hearing. I swear, because like the TV gets loud, everything. So anyway, another thing that we tried just recently is this Hearts of Palm. Now, we tried this, and this is actually pretty good. So when you open the can, it's like they're really long stalks, and you can't really cut them. They're very soft. When you first open it, it smells like, if you remember, like the cans of, they remind me of water chestnuts, okay? But when you open it, it smells like that Chinese chow mein like mix. I used to buy that all the time. But that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of water chestnuts. And they're very soft. So this is like what they say to use as a noodle substitute. Like if you want to have something, like a noodle substitute. So what I did was I took these and I cut them into coins, like little, I just took the stalk and I cut them into coins. And believe it or not, it made quite a bit. There are 10 carbs in this, but this is for a whole can, serving size, 1 can. So you could eat this whole can and it's 10 carbs. There's a lot of fiber, there's protein, there's 6 grams of protein, there's little fat, there's no cholesterol, there's potassium, there's calcium, there's iron, 40% iron. So yeah, so these actually did not taste that bad alone. I did try one before I put it into the Alfredo sauce. Now, after I put it in the Alfredo sauce, there was still a lot of sauce. Like, it still wasn't enough for like a pasta. So I added spinach, and I added a can of asparagus. I was going to say artichokes, but it wasn't artichokes, it was asparagus. So I added a can of asparagus and I added a can of spinach, and I had these in it and I seasoned it up, and then I had made chicken tenders, and I like just put the chicken tenders on a plate and I like poured the mixture over it. It was really, really good. It was so delicious. The worst part of the meal was probably even though it was like organic and didn't have hardly any starches in this particular, it's like $8 a jar. Like, we got them when they were on sale for like two for something. I forget what it was, but we don't buy this Alfredo sauce that often because of the carbs and the starches and everything. So but yeah, I don't even remember the brand of it anymore because I took it out on recycle night. But yeah, so like, it was so good. Like, it was really good. Everybody liked it. And my husband was like, yeah. So he like picked one of these out, and he was like, it really just picks up the flavor of everything else. So it doesn't, like, you don't really get that water chestnutty taste in it. Now, there is a website that I think I've talked about this before, that the nutritionist has recommended to all the patients. It's called thinslimfoods.com. Now, I can link it down below if you would like. I will put it down there. And they have this stuff called Impostable. It's like the Impostable pasta, and it's all pasta. But if you read the ingredients, all the pasta is made out of this stuff, Hearts of Palm. And so yeah, and a lot of it's made out of the whey protein isolate. They have bagels, they have muffins, they have brownies, they have cookies, they have tons of they have elbow pastas, they have what else do they have? They have elbow pasta, they have just regular spaghetti pasta. I'm trying to think what else they have. Now it's a little pricey. It's like $8 a bag. Now I haven't bought any because we just can't afford it right now, but I do want to give it a try one night. But it is called The Impossible, and you can get it from this website called thinslimfoods.com. What else have I tried? Like I said, I've had lettuce, I've had celery, I've had onions. So far, knock on wood, I haven't had any problems at all. I'm hoping that it stays that way. Like I said, there's been some things, like I was talking to the nurse because I just can't drink plain water anymore. She said, believe it or not, it is very common after surgery. She said a lot of people cannot drink plain water. And me and my husband, when I was having my constipation issues, which is also very normal, I did talk to her about it. I'm now on a regular schedule program now, thank goodness, and it's not compacted like it was before. But again, that was normal. But when I was having those issues, my husband was like, it's because you're not just drinking water. You might be getting your fluids in, but you're not drinking just plain water. Your body needs plain water. If I drink plain water, I get so super nauseous and so super sick. And I'm just like, why? Why am I getting sick? But the nurse practitioner said, believe it or not, it's very common. She said she has a lot of patients that after their surgery, they can't drink water. But she said Crystal Light, believe it or not, is actually considered water because it's like a flavored water. It's sugar-free, might put a little color in it or whatever, but it's still a fluid, and a lot of it is counted as a water. So I drink a lot of Crystal Light, or the Walmart brand Crystal Light. She said, whatever, you know. And I have like these big bottles, and I try to drink 2 or 3 of them. So I'm getting my water intake. I drink a lot of fat-free milk, and she said that's really good too to help me with my calcium. I did tell her I'm having a hard time with my vitamins and my calcium supplements because I have to take an additional 1,200 calcium a day, and I have to take 2 multivitamins. It's hard at work because now I am no longer in 2nd grade. I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but I moved back into 4th grade, and it is more demanding and more time consuming, and my day is just busy. I don't have that much time to eat my lunch, so I pack a tiny lunch, and then when the kids are at recess, even though I may have other kids with me finishing their work or whatever, I take a little like protein bar or something with me. So I don't have like I don't have a big lunch, not like a big lunch for me. Like I don't have a full 30 minutes anymore to eat my lunch. So I have to take my time, and I have to eat what I have. So yeah, so there's that. It's like a whole big thing, whatever. So on that note, I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling good with surgery, and I wouldn't change anything. Like I said, I'm still anticipating and still waiting for a stall. But other than that, I feel like I am on the right track. The nurse practitioner said, just whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I do feel more energized. I have been on the move, except for today because I'm cold. So I just been warmed up. Like I have been in this, like before I could never actually wrap this sweater around me. And this is another thing that I kind of feel bad about. Like I don't want people to think that I'm bragging or I'm gloating because I'm losing weight. And it's a lot of hard work. And I noticed like, so most of you guys know I'm on TikTok, and I don't really document anything. I just have fun on TikTok and make little silly videos and things like that. But there was this one girl, I started following her. She did have weight loss surgery, and she had like the skin removal removal surgery. Ugh, couldn't talk. So she had this surgery and she looks phenomenal. She looks fantastic. She had so many hate comments on her video, and I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, you had surgery, that's the easy way out. Or, you know, oh, you didn't really earn your weight loss because you had surgery. And it's like, and the other comment, which kind of pissed me off, was like, so you had surgery, you still have to eat right, and you still have to exercise. Why put yourself through that? And it's like, it's a tool to help you. If you couldn't do it on your own and you couldn't stick to a diet, this tool is to help you. Granted, there are people who they still may not be able to eat anything or eat a big amount, but they still choose to eat the wrong things. It forces you into a lifestyle change, and you are the one that still has to work hard. It is a tool to help you get the results that you need. Yes, people gain weight. People slack on it. It's not really stretching your pouch out. It's really just eating the wrong things and not taking care of yourself. This is what I needed. Was my choice. I had thought about it actually for a long time, but I wasn't going to be forced into it because my doctor wanted to make a paycheck. I have a whole story on that if you watch any of my health vlogs or anything like that. But I wish I had done it sooner. But the heck is that? Oh, I think it's my son. I wish I had did it sooner, but I am glad that I did it, and I'm glad that I have my life back. And for that, I'm happy, and I'm becoming more happier. I feel like I'm becoming happier. Physically, I'm like I said, I am doing things and playing catch up on things I should have been doing months ago. So, I mean, this was just a good, choice for me. So yeah, but I don't want people to think that I'm like rubbing it in their face, or I'm just like, yeah, I had weight loss surgery, look at me. I don't ever want anybody to think of that. I'm just documenting my personal journey because maybe somebody's out there thinking about having it. You can see my progress. You can see my struggles. You can see my successes. I'm not trying to do it to brag. Like, yeah, it might just inspire. Like, a couple of my friends said that I have actually inspired them to change their life. My one girlfriend, she's totally went on the keto diet because I do a lot of keto recipes, and she's lost weight. She's lost like 20 pounds, and she's like, right. She's like, it's all thanks. She's like, you are inspiring me. And every time I tell, she's like, okay, she gets so excited for me to tell her my weekly weight loss. She's like, how much did you lose this week? And how much, so she gets excited, and it gets me like excited to tell her. And, and like the one week when I only had like a pound loss, she's like, don't worry about it. She's like, you're going to not have your weeks when you don't lose, but she says you could be losing inches or building muscle or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, it's sweet. It's sweet. But I have a couple friends who are like, yeah, Ray's doing it. So, I want to make some changes too. And that makes me feel good, because if I can help my friends, I mean, who wouldn't want, there's a hair or something floating. I saw it in the camera. Who wouldn't want to help their friends? So I'm going to end this video, but like I said, I don't want to make anybody feel bad or anything like that. That's not my intention. I'm documenting my weight loss journey. And like I said, hopefully I will inspire someone, and I'm just putting it out there for you guys, and also real quick, I do have a bunch of clothes, on my Poshmark account. I've slowly been adding more, and as I go through my winter clothes that I have to bring up, when I cleaned the basement, I found my other tote with all my sweaters in it. So I don't know what's gonna fit and what's not. So I'll probably be adding more. I'm constantly adding stuff because I'll put something on and be like, yeah, no, I'm putting it on Poshmark. It's all decent, lightly worn, hardly worn, never worn, things on there. And the prices that I have are pretty much firm, unless, you know, it's just something, whatever. But yeah, all right guys, so on that note, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching and following me on my journey. I'll try to get some before and after pictures up for you guys. I'll put it either on my To Day Rae Facebook page or my Instagram, and that way you guys can see. Hopefully when it's not so cold is when I will do it. I don't know when we'll have heat. I don't know. So, all right guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I love you guys so much, and thanks for all your support. And remember, friends, to please be kind, because you don't know what kind of battle someone's going through, so don't be a dick. All right guys, peace, love, and happiness. Bye.